Hello, my YouTube friends. Decided to jump in on the 5 knives that make me smile or make me happy tag. First, I just wanted to show you my new rule number 9 coin. Never go anywhere without a knife. Love it. First knife that makes me happy is my old Buck 110. This one makes me happy not only because it's a true American classic, but I got this knife for my 21st birthday in 1980. So it's been a lot of years. It was given to me by a family member, so it's a great knife, an American classic, 3 dots, which were made in 1980 and 81. Since I got this in 80, it could not have been made in 81. It depends on who you listen to as to when they made the switch from 440C to 425M, but from everything I can figure out, they didn't start using the 425M until 1981, so I'm pretty sure that's still 440C steel. Could be wrong, I'm not 100% sure, but that seems to be the general consensus there. Next one that makes me happy. First, I got an honorable mention. When I started doing the wood scales for the rats, this was the very first one I did that came out more or less okay. I thought it was good, but I actually messed it up. I got the scale, I guess, a little bit too thick, so the pockets clip didn't bite, screws didn't bite deep hard enough. After I carried it a couple days, the clip fell off on me. Thankfully, I didn't lose the knife. It fell in the pocket, but the clip's gone, long gone, uh, so otherwise I would have picked that because it was my first one, but this is the first one I did that came out good. Clips on there good and solid, blade's pretty well centered. Uh, I gave away, like for instance, the one I gave the Donovan 2. It looked nicer with them desert ironwood scales, but this was my very first one, and I've given away all of them except for this one. I will not give this away because it was my very first one that came out 100% right, solid. No issues, no blade centering problems, the clip didn't fall off, none of that. So there's my second one. My next one is the Kizer T1. This knife doesn't get enough love, partly because it's an older model. I mean, I think this came out, I don't know, I think I got it in 2015 or 16, I don't know. But it's a great knife regardless of anything else, but it makes me smile because it's the very first expensive knife I bought. I paid, I think, 170 for this, or 180. And it was also my very first full titanium frame lock knife that I ever bought. So yeah, this makes me smile. This really is, even if it wasn't for that factor, I'd still love this knife. It's an outstanding knife, and just doesn't get the love that it deserves. My next one it's a Tucson actually, and this one makes me smile not only because it's a great knife. I mean, I got a lot of great knives, I really do. They all make me smile, but this one is the first one I ever bought that's outside of my normal comfort zone knives. I usually buy just a regular old plain simple drop point or clip point knife. I don't like the really super fancy designs. I like to keep it simple. But this one, I'm not even a big Tonto guy, but this one, I don't know. I just fell in love with it and bought it, and I'm glad I did. The action is just ridiculous smooth. If you took all the branding off of this, so you didn't know who made it, I'd probably be able to convince you it was a Rake made knife. The quality is that good, and I actually paid less than $100 for this one. I forget if this one, yeah, this one's an M390. M390, full titanium, all this milling in it, carbon fiber inlay, and I paid like 90 bucks for this thing. It's crazy what you can get these Tucsons for. Action is outstanding. This is just an incredible knife. It really is. That action just blows me away. And then the last one is a budget knife. Actually, I have another one of these that still has the plain scales on it. It's the Rake P801. $30 knife. It costs more than that because I got the engraving done on it, but the knife itself is $30 knife with 14C28N steel on it. Great steel. It's thin behind the edge. Not going to set any records for thinness, but it's thin enough that it slices like a dream. Has pretty good action. It's a damn $30 knife. But really what makes me happy is that engraving. I've always been fascinated and just loved the Celtic crosses, Celtic knots, Celtic weaves, all that. I don't know how well it shows, but it's got the little like Celtic clovers in there. It's just a beautiful knife, and I just You know, my heritage is Irish, Scottish, and Norse primarily. There's tiny little bits of English and French in there and German, but very little. It's mostly all Irish, a little bit of Scottish, mostly Irish and Norse with a little bit of Scottish. But that makes me smile because I just absolutely love the Celtic cross. I'm fascinated with. In fact, I don't know, I can't get it right now, but I got a project that I'm planning on doing this winter when I'm stuck in the house. It's a saw-cut plank of wood with a big Celtic cross on it that I want to carve out and everything on it. But I just really, really love that design. But there you go. That's the 5 knives that make me happy that I could come up with. Like I said, I got over 100 folding knives, just the modern folders. Then I have another probably 75 traditional pattern slip joints. And I love them all. They all make me smile. I mean, even this Spyderco Wendella makes me smile. I love all my knives. But these all have some kind of special meaning to me that just makes me happy. So I don't have everything all centered here, but there you go. 5 knives that make me happy. It started out as a regular tag series. Pete from Cedric and Ada started it out, and a whole bunch of people have done it. At this point, it's gotten down to just more or less an open tag. So if anybody else that hasn't already done this would like to, I'd be happy to see it. What are your favorite knives that make you smile? Have a great week, everybody. Don't forget about our veterans, 22 a day, committing suicide. We need to bring attention to that problem. Prayers going out to anybody who is still stuck over in Afghanistan. We still got Americans stuck there, and we're completely out of there now, completely gone. We have no military there whatsoever now. So they're screwed. Prayers out to them and their families. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed. Have a great week, and until the next one, see ya.